Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of Blueberry Season. Boy, am I so excited. I know that was kind of cringy for me to say, boy, am I. I'm so excited.
No, I'm super stoked. I'm absolutely looking forward to this, of course.
But I say this is the brand new Summit podcast where we talk about all things Summit, all things going on in scouting, in our personal lives, everything that revolves around pretty much scouting and personal lives. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to have a great time while doing it. Throughout the summer season, we're going to have some pretty awesome guests on. So we're super stoked about that.
Absolutely.
Especially we have one special one in July.
Yes.
That's going to be amazing. So y'all definitely want to make sure that you're here in July just so that way you're able to see them and you can hear all about their story. So we're going to jump right into this. So my name is Corey. I am one of your hosts. I hail from the great volunteer state called Tennessee. And I've been in scouting ever since I was about 5 years old, give or take. And yeah, I've been doing it ever since. Love it. I'm an Eagle Scout, a Brotherhood member of the Order of the Arrow, on the National Communications Committee for the Order of the Arrow, and on the Summit Bechtel Reserve staff. What a beautiful place.
Absolutely gorgeous out here.
Now I'm going to throw it on over to Clifton, our other lovely host. So take it away there, Clifton.
Right. Thank you, Corey. Hello, everybody. My name is Clifton. I am a rover here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve. Actually, the lead rover this summer, which I was super excited to take on. This is my third summer at the Summit, and I have been in scouting my entire life. I started in kindergarten in Cub Scouts, went all the way through Cub Scouts, and eagled out when I was in high school. And then I dove straight into venturing. I've been to every jamboree at the Summit as well. I am also a member of the Order of the Arrow, and I also work here. And I've just done a lot of scouting stuff in general. I absolutely love this program. I'm super glad that I've stayed and it's been able to kind of reel me in every season. So yeah, I absolutely love it out here. And then when I'm not doing scouting related activities or when I'm not in the summer, my probably biggest personality trait and one thing that almost everyone else knows about me is that I absolutely love Halloween. I celebrate Halloween 365. It doesn't matter whether there's snow on the ground or it's beautiful fall leaves. I will always have some excuse to talk about pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, spooky movies, and also, fun fact about me, in the fall, I actually scare act at different haunted attractions. Shout out to Hell's Gate in Lockport and Massacre in Montgomery, two of my favorites. Northern Illinois has an amazing haunted attraction community and just some really awesome productions. So super glad that I live around there. But yeah, so that's kind of a little bit about me, I'm sure. I can't wait to get to know Corey throughout this podcast, and I just can't wait to share about the Summit. I absolutely love the Summit. Like I mentioned before, I've been to every single jamboree that is hosted here, and then also now working here, kind of like seasonally has just really grown my interest and experience and love for the state and the site, and I just can't wait to share all of the amazing things that West Virginia and the Summit has to offer with y'all. So
another fun fact about Clifton is today is his birthday.
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday, Clifton, man.
Thank you.
How old are you now?
I am now
47.
Well, here, I'll riddle you this. What's funnier than 24?
25.
Yes, today is my 25th birthday. It has been super nice. Got my free drink from the big coffee establishment, so I run on caffeine, so I was very glad about that. Had some breakfast with a couple friends, and actually one of my amazing groups that I was rovering for this week surprised me with an amazing birthday cake. So that was just a really special way to kind of ring out the evening before we, so shout out to my Stort, Florida troop. Y'all know who you are. I really, really appreciated that. That was a really special way to celebrate my birthday, so thank you guys for that.
Absolutely. So, Clifton, like you said, you have been to every single jamboree here at the Summit.
Yeah.
So, I want to talk about the 2013 jamboree. What was it like, man? That was the first one here.
Yeah, it was the first one here. It was definitely wild. It was crazy. So I went to the 2013 jamboree about a month or so right after I had turned 13. So it was my first. I'd obviously been to council camp and camping with my troop, but I had never gone to really anything I think that large ever. Just even whether in scouting, my personal life. So it was just so wonderful and cool and exciting just to be in such a large scale scouting environment, and just it opened me up to a whole new world of scouting. I obviously knew about all the different auxiliary programs like venturing and exploring and Sea Scouts, and I knew that obviously it's all over the world, but it was so just interesting and informative and just really eye-opening just to get a perspective on how scouting is celebrated all throughout not just the United States, but really all over the world, and how it brings so many people together and really gives so many people amazing opportunities.
Absolutely, and I know especially, so I was at the 2023 Jamboree along with you, Clifton, and I know there was, I believe, either 13 or 17 different countries here, even just during the National Jamboree, which is freaking amazing. Like,
absolutely.
I didn't even know that there were scouting programs in some of them countries. I was like,
yeah,
that gum.
It was very, very cool.
So, a lot of good stuff going on here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve. One of the amazing things going on this weekend, Whizbangers Ball.
Yep.
Tyler Childers is headlining, and they've got so many other cool bands. It's going to be a great time. Tickets are actually still on sale right now.
Still available.
So, if you're watching this and you want to come and you want to hang out and you want to enjoy some good music, enjoy the beautiful views that West Virginia has to offer, even maybe camp, I would definitely go to the Whizbanger Balls website. I wish I had the link memorized. I should.
Maybe we can put the link in the description.
Yeah.
Maybe our behind-the-scenes team. All right. We'll have a link in description for the Whizbangers Ball. But yeah, I am absolutely I'm so unbelievably excited for this event. As I mentioned earlier, I celebrate Halloween 365, but I'm a huge concert goer. Ever since I was in 8th grade and even earlier, I pretty much average 3 shows a month, and I've been making it a goal over the past 2-3 years to go to a minimum of 1 live concert or 1 big show at least a month. So having the fact that I get to have like a little slice of my just out of scouting enjoyment here, literally a 5-minute walk from my tent, is just so exciting. I am a huge Tyler Childers fan, so I just think this is going to be a really exciting weekend for everybody here.
Oh yeah.
And I just can't wait to showcase and open up our site to a whole new realm of different clientele and just a new realm of people, because mostly, obviously, we have tons of amazing third parties. Like, we have weddings, we host school field trips. We have there's always something going on at the summit for sure. But I'm just super stoked that we get to open our site to the public now for this event and really just get to showcase all of the wonderful activities and the amazing, gorgeous views that the summit really can provide.
Oh, yeah.
So,
especially, which you won't be able to, unfortunately, if you come this weekend. But if you ever get the chance to come back and stay at, say, Family Adventure Camp, or you book a room in one of our bunkhouses to do some of the programs, if you're ever able to go to Perry Park and go to WP Point, that is one of the best views where you can see the entire summit. And especially if you go up there around sunset and you get to watch the sunset from up there, it's absolutely beautiful view. Like I said, unfortunately, you won't be able to go up there this weekend if you do come, but if you ever come back, I would absolutely recommend it. I know I took some amazing sunset pictures.
No, he's taken some really
about
wonderful pictures
a week ago, I believe.
Yep.
So if you ever get the chance, definitely come check out Perry Park, WP Point. Like I said, beautiful views. So let's jump right in. So we're going to talk about some different program areas to start out with, because like you said, we've got a lot of fun activities, even for this weekend.
Yes.
For example, we're having our Gateway and Legacy zip lines open. We've got some, I believe it's youth archery going on. We've got a fishing tournament going on, sponsored by Mossy Oak, I believe.
Yes.
And so that's going to be a fun time. I know me being from Tennessee, I love fishing, so that's always a fun time. And so many more activities to enjoy here at the summit. So, what would you say is your favorite program area? You being a rover, you get to experience
very true.
every single program area. So, if you had to choose one, what would it be?
That is a very tough question. I think it might be a tie with. Oh, okay. I think my favorite activity is probably Big Zip.
Alexander's Eagle Flight.
Excuse me. Sorry. Still a little rusty on the terminology, everybody. Alexander's Eagle Flight, I just absolutely love that program. I think that zip line is amazing. I've done some of the other zip lines at some of our other wonderful vendors that we have partnered with, but I just really, I love that zip line so much. It is such a fun experience. As a rover, I've been having to ride that, well, not been having to, I've been getting to ride that zip line about once a week for 2 full seasons now, and then now going on 3. And it never gets old. It's always a fun time. So I'm a huge fan of Alexander's Eagle Flight. And if you ever come back with either Scout Camp or some experience, my personal favorite, scouting related option that we offer, or even Family Adventure Camp, I would definitely recommend taking a ride on Alexander's Eagle Flight for sure. And I think I have to give an honorable mention to 5-stand shotgun. I think our shooting ranges are wonderful. I think our variation of all the different firearm activities we offer and our bows area are absolutely stunning, but I really like the 5-stand.
I know I've got the opportunity to go up to the ranges last year with me being on media team. I get to take a lot of cool pictures. We got some people that take some really awesome videos. We've got some really awesome graphic designers. And so I know last year I got to go up there and take some pictures of 5-stand. Got to take some pictures of our marksman experience program, which is amazing. You actually get to shoot on a 1,000-yard range.
Very cool.
And it is absolutely one of the best experience I can possibly recommend.
Yep.
Have you ever got to shoot on it?
I haven't. Even in my 2 full seasons and all of my jamborees, I haven't gotten out in there yet, and I would really love to. So that's definitely one of my big Summit bucket list items for sure.
It is definitely one of the most mind-boggling, chilling, fun experiences, because you're sitting there and you squeeze the trigger, and then for a second, 2 seconds, you have no idea if you hit it unless your spotter tells you. And so whenever you hear that ping, it's absolutely amazing. One of the greatest feelings ever. Because, you're shooting a little over half a mile.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think, half a mile. So, diving into some more of our program areas, some of the ones that we offer for our high adventure is pack and paddle, bike packing. What are some others? River trek.
Yes.
Marksman experience.
Yep. We have our park and tracks, which feature one of the biggest skate parks in the country. Very popular with Summit Experience.
It's phenomenal.
It's a very cool area. I have never skated in my life up until I started working here, even with all the jamborees. I never skated until I started working here. I definitely have a lot of fun, for sure, at a skate park. Definitely no professional. But I love seeing, other scouts, that I'm rovering for and, helping guiding throughout the week. They start out barely being able to kick or do a tic-tac, but then literally an hour later working with our wonderful staff that we have up there. They're hitting bulls, they're going on the ramps. It's a really exciting area and really unique to the Summit as well. Because obviously I have been to several other high adventure bases as well, and I think they're all wonderful and amazing and unique in their own perspectives, but there is a lot of crossover in terms of, hiking and logistics and some of our, aerial sports and shooting sports and other activities like that, but skateboarding is a very Summit-specific thing, and I'm really glad we have our wonderful, Thrasher Mountain area to highlight them.
I think that's one of the most unique things about the Summit is we have so many different unique experiences that we offer here that some high adventure bases do not offer.
Yeah.
And even though they don't offer the same stuff we offer, I feel like this is one of the most all-around well-built programs
for sure,
to where you're able to come here, do so many different activities, and get an absolutely life-changing experience. I know with last year being my first summer working here, it was incredible. I come out here and
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm going to West Virginia. I'm going to be in some mountains. I was like, going to hear some banjos coming into here, and man, I got here and it's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
breathtaking.
And it's a hopping place. Like, there's always something going on.
It is. I know this year, I believe we have 25 weddings
Yeah.
going on
A ton of weddings,
throughout the weekends.
which is super exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it whenever we get to host third-party events,
Mhm.
especially Whizbangers Ball. Another short little plug.
Yeah.
And we're just so excited for it.
Corey and I are super stoked for Whizbangers Ball. So
I know ever since I saw Clifton at our all-staff training day, we
Yeah.
immediately started talking about
immediately,
it.
like, I don't even think we said hi to each other.
No.
I think we just like made eye contact and just ran and started talking about how excited we are for Tyler Childers and
That's
just
it.
the whole event overall. I'm very excited.
I think the conversation went, "Are you ready for Whizbanger?
Yeah,
Are you ready
and
for
I
Tyler
obviously
Childers?"
said yes. I immediately said yes. So
Absolutely amazing. So, what drew you to the summit? Like, what made you go, I want to work there. I want to go there.
Yeah.
What brought you here?
for sure. So for me, growing up in scouting and doing so many, going to so many different, like, even just like from my council camp, Cannon Camp back in Illinois, to going to Sea Base and Philmont, and just so many other unique experiences, the summit was kind of the one thing that remained constant, because I went to the 2013 Jamboree as a Boy Scout. I did the 2017 Jamboree with a venturing crew, and then I did the 19 World Scout Jamboree here at the summit as a JST. And I think the summit was just kind of a constant thing throughout my scouting career. And I just really just felt drawn to it for sure. And I think that it just kind of is the best of both worlds, because it's an absolutely gorgeous site. I mean, I know we're in the studio right now, but I'm sure later on when we'll share, or even if you just take a scroll at any of our social media pages, it's just absolutely gorgeous out here. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, and the local area too. I mean, I know for some other Boy Scout camps and some other bases and just different experiences and even other outdoor recreation opportunities, what some of my friends would classify, well, at least maybe around here, some of my summit friends might kind of classify me as a little bit of a diva. I love my ice water. I love a good Nalgene. Nalgene's, I love you. You served me so well in my ute as a scouting, but I love my cold water. I love having electricity in my tent.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I also love having nice coffee shops and shopping, because I'm also a shopaholic. So it's a dangerous habit, but it's fun. So I love having the creature comforts 15, 20 minutes away, so I can have my nature escape while I'm working. But on, days off and evenings, if I want to run in and have dinner with some friends, or go check out maybe, go to the movies, or go do some cool shopping or something, it's all not too far. So and the area is kind of what drew me too.
So, speaking of local place, what would you say is your favorite local place or attraction? If you had to choose one.
Yeah, I mean, this might be kind of a cop-on answer, but hands down, just Fayetteville. I mean, I guess that's a little too big of a number. I would say, hands down, probably the New River Gorge National Park.
Oh, yes.
I just think I absolutely love my job. I wouldn't trade the experiences I've had here for the world. But having the national park just a short 10 miles away is just absolutely unreal. I mean, the
It really
opportunities of recreation and all of the people that I've been able to meet there, and just the experience I've been able to share with not only my family, but groups I've rovered for and friends that I've made. It's just a really exciting place to have so close by. So.
It is. And especially if you can get to visit it at nighttime and you can get a picture of the bridge with all the stars out.
Yeah,
It is one of the most breathtaking,
Mhm.
beautiful pictures that I believe you can possibly get.
Oh, 100%. And even just the bridge itself is just, I mean, the gorge is amazing and there's so many opportunities, but even just the bridge is absolutely magnificent.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
So, speaking of bridge,
Ooh.
I know we're going to talk about this in a later episode, but I know that there's one event that goes on during the fall called Bridge Day,
Yes.
which is absolutely wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get to jump off of the New River Gorge Bridge.
Yeah. Well, you get to spectate people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're certified enough and you
Yes.
have the qualifications, you I probably should have prefaced that. Now people are
Yes.
going to be like showing up and being like, "Can I jump off the New River
No.
Gorge Bridge?"
The Summit
No.
Bechtel Reserve, the Summit Bechtel Reserve, and any of its affiliates do not recommend jumping off any bridges unless you are absolutely 100% certified and are taking proper safety measures.
Absolutely.
But no, Bridges is super cool. I like tons of my local friends and then friends that we've had throughout the years that have come and visited. They absolutely rave about it because while you can get amazing views of the bridge, at certain restaurants and in the national park itself, and at the wonderful Overlook and Visitor Center that I've been to many a time, you actually cannot walk on the bridge. It is strictly a highway. It's strictly traffic. So you can't stop and just get out and trot around on it. So Bridge Day is a really unique opportunity
where you get to walk on the bridge.
Where you get to walk across the bridge.
There's
and
many,
the area.
and I heard there's many vendors that set up.
Tons
So
of
there's
vendors,
tons of
food.
local places that just hang around to where you can check all of them out.
Yep.
And so absolutely amazing time.
100%.
So even though we both love working here, I know one of the things that drew me here was
enough about me. Tell me about you, Corey.
I know one of the things that drew me here is I was trying to figure out like where to go in life, and so one of my buddies that works here. He was like, "Why don't you come work at the Summit?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know about all that. Going like I said, going to West Virginia, man. That's
we're both far from home, so.
But I say I've got an 8-hour drive from home. Like that's a far drive. Mama's cooking ain't gonna be 15 minutes down the road.
100%.
But one of the things that drew me here, besides just being able to get out of my home, see the world, was just scrolling through the social media. Like you said, I mean, the pictures are just like, wow, like really that's where I'm going. And so I know that's one of the things that drew me here. And then, like you said, the New River Gorge is just unbeatable, especially if you can go down there and see it at nighttime. It's just one of the best views that you can possibly get.
Absolutely.
Now, I will say, the media team this year did take a trip to the Chocolate Moose in Beckley. It has a nice putt-putt golf course.
Oh, yeah. Great inside climbing.
Great inside climbing.
Especially if you're here in the wintertime. That'd be a great place to check out and get a little active if you're tired of the snow.
Right. But I think the media team at one point just took over the putt-putt course because anytime somebody would get close to making it in, we'd all be like, oh, and then Lord help anybody within a 15-yard perimeter of us if they did. It was like we went crazy. Eventually, we wound up backing up like 3 other groups, but they just joined in the fun.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, yeah, it was a great time. So speaking of home,
all right,
what do you miss most about home?
Oh, my dog, 100%. Let me see. It probably won't show up that well. Maybe we can insert a photo of her later, but just for podcast sake, I have a miniature Australian Shepherd. Her name is Smudge. She is my BFF, my bestie. I love my dog so much. It is the worst part. I love my job so much, and I love West Virginia. This is Smudge, everybody. Maybe we'll include a better picture of her. But this is my dog. She's 10. She turned 10 in April. And I really love her. Because obviously, as much as I love my job, I can call my parents and my family. I have some wonderful friends back home that I'm able to, call and FaceTime and text and whatever. And I have amazing friends here. But you can't talk to your dog on the phone. Yeah. You can't FaceTime. Well, I mean, you can FaceTime your dog. But, it's just not the same as...
It's not the same as holding it.
Just holding her and petting her and taking her for walks. So I really miss my dog. But an honorable mention, because certified yapper over here, I really miss Culver's.
I will say Culver's is pretty good.
It's for all of you people that don't know what Culver's is, it's a Midwest chain. I actually work at a Culver's back home. So I love Culver's. It's really great. Shout out to Wisconsin cheese curds. Definitely one of the best. Yes. And their Butterburgers with cheese.
Really?
Yep, the Butterburger Cheese Deluxe. I get a double Butterburger Deluxe sub cheddar cheese with everything. Usually cheese, everything. So that'll be mayo, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, pickle, onion. And then either with cheese curds or fries with cheese sauce, either or. And then to drink, I really like Dr. Pepper.
You can't go wrong with a good Dr. Pepper.
No, you really can't.
Or if
Blueberries.
you're at cookout.
Fun fact about blueberries. Big Dr. Pepper fans.
Oh, yes.
So
we are. But
not great for staying hydrated, but because staying hydrated is very important to people. But Dr. Pepper, good, fun drink.
I will say for our North Carolina people and everybody that has Cheerwine in their area, Cheerwine is almost slightly better than Dr. Pepper. You can't beat a good Cheerwine on a nice summer day.
Mm-hmm.
Like our tech guy is going crazy right now because he absolutely loves a good Cheerwine, and I don't blame him. If you've never had it, find your nearest cookout. They all have Cheerwine.
Yes, find your nearest cookout. That is a caveat, yes. So I can't get Cheerwine like anywhere else because it just simply doesn't exist around Illinois. But Cheerwine, shout out to Cheerwine and Cookout. We love Cookout at the Summit Bechtel Reserve for sure.
We do.
Shout out to Cheerwine and all of the North Carolinians and South Carolinians probably too. roll Tide. I don't know.
Yeah, Roll Tide.
I don't know. So, I'm from Illinois. Sorry. I don't. Go. California. Go Illinois. Go all the states. We support all the sports teams at the summit, and we love things that people enjoy. So go your favorite sports team. Go your state. Be kind to each other. And remember, a scout is kind.
A scout is kind, but Roll Tide.
Sure. I don't know anything about
Shout out
sports.
to all my Alabama football fans. We love you.
Yeah. Shout out to the Rockford Ice Hogs, my local hockey team. That's my favorite sports team, everyone. Or maybe the Bruins, but
Ooh.
I have a lot of friends in Boston. Well, not a lot. I have a few friends in Boston. A few very good friends of mine are from out there. So.
Oh yes.
Go Bruins for sure.
So, I know we got a little off topic, but
sorry.
I know you get talking about sports team and football. I get pretty excited.
Yeah, I know. Let's just not bring up haunted houses again because we'll be here all night.
But I know one of the things that I miss most about home, besides my church family, shout out Missionary Grove Baptist Church.
There we go.
But my fire department people as well. They are absolutely. Besides my family, I feel like family, you obviously miss family. I feel like that's a known.
For sure.
But outside of that, my fire department family, man, they are incredible. And I love hanging out with those, and I miss those guys. They all still text me, check in on me. Sometimes they want stuff. Sometimes they just are like, hey.
Yeah.
But that's what good friends are there for,
100%.
Text you sometimes because they want something, text you other times just to say hi.
For real.
So, while we're doing shout-outs, by the way, shout out. I don't know what I just about said. Shout out, though, to Garden Ground Outfitters, the bunker here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve.
Thank you.
For all of this lovely items that they gave us. We've got hats, we've got mugs, we've got these nice printed water bottles. We've got shirts,
and they keep things cold,
hoodies.
so my, diva self can have his cold water. So.
Oh yes. But
I know it's not one of theirs, but oh well.
We've got hats, we've got hoodies, we've got little stuffed bears.
The trading post, I know a lot of people might claim that, like the skate park or mountain biking or something, just because the risk of falling is definitely slightly unavoidable, might claim it to be the most dangerous place on site. But personally, as probably the Summit's resident seasonal shopaholic,
oh yes,
the Bunker Trading Post is probably one of the most least risk mitigated places on site. Because I'll go in there just to say hi or even just grab something for a program or whatever, and bam, I walk out with 3 new hoodies and a hat.
Oh yeah,
I can't control
terrible.
myself.
It's so dangerous.
In the air. So yeah, big Trading Post fans. I wish I had more stuff on me, but big Garden Ground Outfitter fan right here, 100%. I can definitely vouch for them. I'm not just saying that because I work here. I love Garden Ground Outfitters.
Oh yeah, and if you would like your own Summit merch and you're watching back home, be sure to go to store.summitbsa.org. We will have that link in the description, and we'll probably throw it up on screen too, just so that way you can see it.
There we go.
If you want some cool Summit merch, I highly recommend it. We've got some really comfortable fishing shirts.
Oh,
that I absolutely.
I love our fishing. Yeah.
But I say, I love my fishing shirt.
I wear it in the off season all the time.
Oh yeah.
I love wearing. As soon as I get home, one of the things I'm wearing all the time.
Either that or last year we had these nice white Nike Summit polos.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
It is my absolute favorite
Yep.
Summit shirt. It's so comfortable. You can wear it during the summertime, during the wintertime, during the fall time.
Yeah.
It's just so comfortable. If you sweat, man, it just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like it's not there, man.
Shout out to the Bunker Trading Post.
Shout out to the Bunker. Shout out Liz for managing the
Yes.
Bunker, which we will have her on for another episode so
Yes.
she can tell you way more about
Yes,
the Bunker.
all
and
about our retail operation.
all about our retail. So be sure that you stay tuned back in because like we said earlier, we're going to have a lot of awesome and cool guests.
Yes.
And so it's going to be awesome.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
So speaking of, what would you say is probably your favorite Bunker Trading Post item? If you had to choose
Ooh.
one thing to buy out of the Bunker, what would it be?
Ooh, okay. I
know
really-
that's hard.
No, that's like, I think so. I'm definitely I'm definitely partial to hoodies, so I'm gonna choose one of our hoodies. I think I really like our. It was released in 2022. It's a light blue hood. I believe it's still in the Trading Post. I think they still have some shirts with it. It says Summit on the bottom, and then it has a graphic of the New River Gorge across the top.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We do still have those.
Yes,
actually.
we do. I think I saw them the other day.
Yes.
Or the Bear Constellation hoodie
Ooh.
features a little graphic of our beautiful night skies that we have here, and our black bears, which we all love and adore. So
But don't pet the
don't
big.
pet the bears and
Don't pet the fluffy cow.
No, don't antagonize them. But if you see them from a distance and observe them and watch them, very cool aspect of our program here.
It is.
Yeah.
There's so much wildlife here. There's
Yeah.
deer. There's turkey.
Yes.
I saw a
Maybe
bunch
even
of
Mothman.
geese.
We are in West Virginia. Maybe. You never know.
You never know. But yeah, deer, turkey, geese, bears,
Yeah. So much amazing wildlife.
ducks,
100%.
and we've got some really good fishing spots here
Yes.
too on camp. I know our fish camp people, they have caught some crazy fish
Yes.
already this season,
Oh yeah.
and so
We're literally in week 1, and it's
literally week
crazy
one,
what they've caught.
and like they caught a catfish the other day
Yeah.
out of one of our ponds.
I remember seeing that.
I was like, what in the world? I didn't even know we had catfish stocked in our ponds, but apparently we do.
Yeah.
So if you're here, especially for Whiz Bang, participate in the fishing tournament.
For
It's
sure.
going to be awesome. You can catch a lot of cool fish. Or if you're just here in general and you love to fish, be sure to check out the fishing here.
Definitely.
It's absolutely amazing. You
Yep.
catch some good fish. We're stocked with tons of stuff. I couldn't even tell you. I'd have to talk to, I believe his name's Pete. He knows everything around here.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll talk to him and try and figure out what all we got. Maybe I can
Sure.
come back next episode and tell y'all. But to kind of wrap us up here, what do you like about working here? Like, what keeps you coming back?
Ooh, okay. I think 3 like bigger things is definitely the local area.
Oh, yes.
It's because obviously I like the work, I like a lot of the other aspects, but I think just having so much to do in our off time and being able to create just experiences with friends and family and everything is just a really great perk. So our location, 100%. I definitely miss some of our wonderful coffee shops and restaurants that we have around
Oh,
here when I'm
yes.
back in the Midwest, for sure. Number 2, I would say it's just super rewarding to be a part of something as big and as spectacular as this program. Because I grew up in scouting. I've been to almost every high adventure base, all the jamborees, and just other scouting excursions and experiences I've had. Those experiences would not have been the same without the staff.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
1, made it possible, and 2, ones that would just go above and beyond, either in program or logistics or whatever aspect it was, to make it as great as it was for myself and all of my friends back home.
Absolutely.
So that it's just super cool to see. Like, this past week, I had a scout that was a little apprehensive to go to the shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
He had a ton of fun at archery, but he was a little nervous as we were going into our barrels area. But he shot at our .22 rifle range for the first time, and he had a really fun time doing it. Or another one of my troops this week, they have tons of experience at different ranges back home and everything, but watching just their electric energy at the 5 stand was just absolutely contagious. I mean, I was like answering some emails, but even like doing some of the more not so glamorous aspects of my job, answering emails, I could just feel their electric energy.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just so cool to see them having a good time, because while I absolutely adore and love getting to participate in the different activities as a rover, it's all about the scouts and scouters that come to my program and come to Summit Experience.
Absolutely.
They're the priority, and I'm just seeing them have a good time is super rewarding, because on those light nights and hard days, watching them have a good time and watching it really transform scouting experiences is what it's all about.
Oh, absolutely. I know one of the things that keeps me coming back here is just the family environment that the staff has.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we are truly just one big family, and it's absolutely amazing to see just scouts come together and just be a big old family.
Yeah, it's
I know,
so cool.
Like, you can just walk up to any staff around here and just start a conversation.
Oh, 100%.
And I mean,
totally agree.
They'll just start talking right back with you. I mean, we're literally just one big family.
Yeah.
And then another thing is that keeps me coming back here is I love putting back in to the organization, because I know scouting played a huge part in my life.
Yeah.
And so being able to put back into all these youth and whatnot and just have a good time while doing it and be at one of the most beautiful scout camps in the nation, it's absolutely just life-changing and transformational, even for myself, because you can even just tell whenever people see their pictures on Facebook or Instagram, and they reshare the comment and be like, hey, that's me. I mean, you just made somebody's day just from a picture. Or, seeing them out walking on a trail and you stop and you take a picture of them and just a smile on their face.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's priceless, honestly.
To some of us, it's just a picture, but to them, that's like a big thing for them.
Yeah.
And so being able to put back in and just see all these kids have a good time, it's absolutely amazing for me. I love doing it, and I wouldn't trade what I do for the world.
Oh, me either.
Even though I only get to do it for the summer, if I can and I'm able, I will probably absolutely end up working second season, because it's just too good.
Yeah.
It's too fun.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely love it here too.
But I think that just about wraps us up for the day.
Yeah, probably hitting time a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But
I can see our imaginary teleprompter.
But be sure, if you're wanting to come join us this weekend at Whizbangers Ball, you go to whizbangersball.com. I found the link.
There we go.
Be sure you go there, buy your tickets. They're still on sale. We've got a lot of cool artists, like off of the Dell. Sorry, I don't know why I kept trying to say off of the Dell. Tommy Prime, Abby Hamilton, Jocelyn and the Sweet Compression, Arla McKinney, Darren Hackard, Charlie Brown Superstar, Brad Goodall, Wayne Graham, Will Matheny, Jeremy Short, El Dorado, Buffalo Wobbs and the Price Hill Hustle, John R. Miller, and of course Tyler Childer.
Yep.
I can't wait for that. Or Tyler Childers. Sorry, I said Tyler Childer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler, if you're watching. I'll pronounce your name correctly from now on. But so Tyler Childers, headliner.
And so much more. It's not
much more.
It's not just a festival.
It's not just a festival.
So many program areas open. The Makers Market of all the amazing local vendors.
Oh, yes.
Local food. Some of my favorite local coffee shops
trucks,
and restaurants are also vending this weekend. So
absolutely.
That'll be super exciting to have on site.
Absolutely. And then don't forget, if you want some awesome Summit merch, be sure you go to store.summitbsa.org, I believe, and go pick up some amazing merch from Garden Ground Outfitters. It's just comfortable.
Yeah.
It's some of the best apparel
definitely.
that I've worn.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Even our staff shirts, they're so comfortable.
Oh yeah, no, I love wearing these.
But I say blueberries on point.
Yep, 100%.
But
I completely agree.
I believe that's all that we got for today. Be sure that you tune back in next week to see what guests we have on.
Yes. Super excited about all of our guests this
season.
Yes. I really cannot wait for all of you watching to meet them. I am super stoked. We're going to have really some interesting people who have just really, they whether they're local, whether they moved here, whether they're even just here seasonally. Like, I just cannot wait for some of the wonderful and incredible guests that we are showcasing, and
Absolutely.
I'm just super stoked for the season. So
Absolutely.
I think just thank you so much for watching, and welcome to Blueberry season.
Absolutely. Episode 1. This is great.
Yeah,
We're gonna have an amazing time.
100%.
So, like Clifton said, be sure come back. We want to see you again. We hope that you've enjoyed listening to us, watching us, whatever you're doing. And yeah,
100%.
we can't wait to see you next week, guys.
Yes. Oh, and last, but certainly not least, Corey and I want to give a shout out to our friend Alden, who works in our wheels department. He actually just got the Customer Service Award for seasonal staff this past Monday. So sorry it took us so long to bring you up, Alden. Don't worry, we love you.
Yes.
Congratulations on getting that award. Definitely
Absolutely.
a really great guy. So we just want to highlight him and give him a shout out. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So keep
Shout
doing
out to
great,
Alden.
Alden. Shout out to all of our Summit staff.
100%.
But yeah.
But yeah, so thank you for watching Blueberry season. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely.